anything within the court proceedings, no, kapag ikaw ay nagsasalita right in front of the senator judges during the official proceedings, hindi yun tinatawag na sub judice. So pwede mong pag-usapan yung merito ng kaso right then and there. Ang bawal mong gawin doon ay yung mga comments or mga remarks na one, nagko-conclude na ng conclusion of fact or conclusion of law. Kaya nakita natin, pinigilan yung mga ibang mga counsels na makapagsabi ng kanilang conclusions of fact or conclusions of law, because these are only matters within the prerogative ng ating senator judges to make. Pangalawa, binagpabawalan din yung yung mga katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, mga impertinent language kapag medyo nakaka-degrade na o hindi kinakailangan yung ganong klaseng lengguwahe o mga words dahil nagkakategorize na siya ng conclusion of law, katulad nung sinabi kanina ni Attorney May de Venegracia at saka dati rin ni Attorney Ligutan when he concluded his direct examination, yung scam. No, the word scam is a conclusion already based on the facts being presented and is not in order for you to make doon sa harap ng impeachment court. So dahil pina-strike out na yung mga comments na gano'n, yung mga words na gano'n, dapat wag nang ulitin. Yun yung sinasabi kanina ni presiding officer. Alam na ng House Prosecution Panel that those things cannot be done anymore, and yet they had repeatedly done so, kaya sila na-admonish kanina ni presiding officer.
And then, Attorney, kung kunwari maulit pa po ito, ano na po yung penalties again or consequences na pwedeng ipataw sa kanila?
I think katulad borrowing Attorney Kapunan's word, baka magkaroon na spanking. No, kidding aside, of course the presiding officer will say tomorrow morning yung mga range of penalties nga na kapag ikaw ay direct contempt na kasi yun. Pag within the presence of the judge or the court, ginawa mo yung isang paglabag sa kanyang order sa harap-harapan, then that is not anymore indirect contempt. That will be considered as the direct contempt. And that can be penalized again based sa range ng mga penalties such as admonishment, reprimand, yung pagbabayad ng fine, or even you being told to sit down and not talk anymore for the meantime. Or of course, yung pinaka-grave naman under the rules of court natin, Rule 71 and 72, yung imprisonment or detention. But of course, lahat yan may due process, kaya kailangan mo nang pakinggan both parties why they should not be cited for contempt. Good afternoon.
Kanina po sinabi ni Senator George Escudero na optimistic yung court na matatapos yung trial by the end of the year. May adjustments na po ba na napag-uusapan? For example, additional trial dates po to expedite the impeachment?
Katulad ng meron tayong expectation at saka reality. Yung sinasabi ni presiding officer is based on the expectation na magda-drop ng mga witnesses na corroborative lamang yung both parties. Kung matatandaan po natin, katulad ng sinabi ko parate, na ang pagpa-plot ng number of days natin, which is as of now 90 days, so almost 7.5 months naka-plot. Kung 3 times a week yung ating hearing, then 4 na weeks per month, and i-divide mo yung 90 by 12, you will be given a result na 7.5 months. And 7.5 months, ito ay around February or early March. So, yung plotting na yon, base yon doon sa inilista ng House Prosecution Panel at saka ng Depensa na 102 witnesses. So, sa 102 witnesses na yan, 90 days lang pinlat ng korte na i-take up because even during the pre-trial order, marami doon mga reserved witnesses, meaning unnamed witnesses. So sa 102, merong mga naka-reserve yung mga each party na mga around 6 to 10 na mga reserved witnesses na pwede nilang ipatawag, pwede rin nilang hindi ipatawag. So kaya nagkaroon tayo ng 90-day plotting ng days. So yung pag-aayos ng schedule na yan, kung mag-uuro, magdadagdag, depende pa yan, no, as the trial proceedings go by. Titingnan din natin, sabi ni Presiding Officer, yung scheduling na yan, kung kinakailangan sa hapon dahil kailangan maghabol para 3 to sawa or 2 to sawa yung session ng trial, ito ay nakadepende sa schedule naman na ilalabas ng Committee on Finance regarding doon sa pag-take up naman nila ng budget for 2027. So, mapaplot lamang yon at magkakaroon ng definitive decision on kung ililipat sa hapon o hindi or kung magdadagdag o hindi kapag natapos na yung calendar na yon ng Department of Finance. Ng Committee on Finance. Wala na po?
For now, attorney, morning pa rin po.
Mornings pa rin po tayo. So we can expect that until siguro next week po.
Pwede sabi kasi September 7, si Edward Fajardo 10 a.m. So, ibig sabihin ba din, 10 a.m.
10 a.m. pa rin po. Yes. Hanggat wala pa po yung hanggat wala pa pong kaibahan at hindi pa po makakuha ng consensus on the change of schedule, then yung status ko po ang mananaig, which is morning trial days.
Attorney, sorry pa, ito palaging tanong ko. Yung sa mga bank and yung mga documents from BIR, AMLAC, and other agencies, kailan siya pa-access o hihintayin po ba na ipaalala o i-request ng prosecution yung access o pwedeng motopropyo sabihin na ng presiding officer na kung kailan po nila ma-access yon?
I need to follow up on that, no, kasi last na update ko from Secretary Bantugis, meron na silang draft na resolution dyan ni Presiding Officer. So hindi ko lang na tanong ulit after last week kung tinanong sila kung meron na bang bago dyan at kung kailan balak ilabas yung resolution on that para mabigyan na ng access yung both parties on those documents.
That means po, attorney, na tapos na yung inventory.
Opo, natapos na po yung inventory. Sige po.
Kasi ginagamit yung word na scam. Maglalabas din po ba kaya ng parang explanation or ruling si presiding officer tungkol po dyan? Kasi parang paulit-ulit din tinututulan ng...
Katulad ng sinabi niya kanina, no, ready na sana siya today na mag-rule, no, kaya lang due to lack of material time at saka kasi may oras pang kailangan si Attorney Ligutan pakinggan, so hindi na naman niya nagawa today yung ruling. So yung kanyang sinabi kanina sa floor na he will make a ruling on that as well, including yung kaninang manifestation naman ni Attorney Sison on the floor or Attorney Ferrer on the floor regarding the impertinent words that were used by the House Prosecution Panel. So i-include na yun doon.
Attorney, bakit kailangan pa ng ruling ng presiding officer doon samantalang during the trial ay ini-strike out na niya? Yun na yung ruling po niya.
General ruling po na para sa mga future na pwedeng mangyari po ulit yon, kasi yung ruling niya po kanina ng pag-strike out is only in response to what happened kanina. Ibig sabihin yung mga past circumstances. So yung ruling niya pong gagawin tomorrow will not just deal with the past, will just be for of the future circumstances na maulit po ulit yon para hindi na po magkaroon ng repetition. Para klaro na po sa both parties yung terms of engagement kapag siya po ay nasa loob ng korte, ano ang bawal, at kahit nasa labas po, ano rin ang bawal, at kung nilabag mo yung bawal, ano ang penalties mo. Para wala na po tayong mangyaring haka-haka, 'di ba? Parang klaro na po tomorrow lahat. So sa umpisa po 'yan na bago iupo si Mr. Ortonio for cross-examination.
Pero ano po ang sagot ng impeachment court dun sa sinabi ni former Senate President Trilon na hindi dapat naman maging masyadong stricto ang impeachment court?
Yung impeachment court po always take his comment under advisement, pero syempre po practically speaking, the Senate impeachment rules were drafted and were passed during the time that he was here in the Senate as a senator, and he was the one of those who voted for the provision to be included in the Senate impeachment rules. Kung titingnan niyo po ang Senate impeachment rules natin, almost verbatim na kinopya po ito sa US Senate impeachment rules. At pero ang kakaibahan lang po, isa sa mga kakaiba, wala po doon sa Senate impeachment rules ng US yung Rule 18 on sub judice. Pero dito sa ating rules dito sa Senado, meron po dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya dahil isa po siya sa drafters na yon, then maybe he can enlighten why they felt the need to put that provision at that time sa Senate impeachment rules, na ngayon po ay sinusunod lamang po ng ating presiding officer para i-implement. At saka po yung nakalagay rin po sa aming Code of Professional Responsibility and Accountability, Canon 5, Section 19, if I'm not mistaken, nakalagay rin po doon na lawyers cannot try their case in public. So definitive na po yun. Ito po ay bagong Code of Professional Responsibility namin na lahat ng lawyers have sworn to abide by. Kung hindi, magkakaroon kami ng disciplinary sanction. So kahit wala po yung rule na yon, yung Rule 18 na yon, sakop pa rin sila ng CIPRA or Code of Professional Responsibility and Accountability. Okay po. Thank you.